morning! Today, we're going on an adventure. Forgot what I was gonna say. Good morning! Today, we're going to argue with gravity, eat snacks, and ascend into the heavens.
We're hiking Scafell Pike.
Scafell Pike is England's tallest mountain, standing at 978 meters tall. It's no Everest, but for the UK, this is peak chaos. Around 250,000 people climb it each year, and for many, it's their very first hike. So yeah, insanity is kinda guaranteed. Most take the Wasdale route because it's shortest and easiest, but not me. I took the Seathwaite route, a 22-kilometer banger with big energy and missing Karens. Hiking in the English countryside might sound romantic and Victorian, but this honestly was one of the most challenging hikes I've ever done up the side of a volcano.
400 million years ago, this thing was active, and now, today, people just hike up it, and people are active. So today, we are the volcano. Woo!
At one point, I spent 2 hours completely off trail near Piersgill Ravine, scrambling down the side of a cliff looking for the path, only to find it was 500 meters higher and a kilometer in the other direction. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's rewind to where the trail was clearly marked, and I was still awake, excited, and full of hope.
Heads up, the pacing on this vlog is going to be totally different because we're not talking about exciting history. We're just going to climb up exciting mountains. So enjoy a day in the life of what I do whenever I'm not searching down cool Roman Empire history. So we've started our ascent today. It's around 7 a.m. and we'll just see what happens. Dude, I like this wizard wand. I should always have this. A National Trust. And we'll get to that in a bit because there's some cool lore about the National Trust. Now don't worry, there's not too much lore today, only a little bit. Today's mostly just like hiking. Oh, they have snacks here. That could be useful when I come back down. I'm gonna go find the trailhead now. So the beginning of our trail starts on a nice little path like this. And for the next 15, I think it's 15 kilometers, we should ascend upwards. And then after that, we will ascend downwards. And that is where my magic wand will come into use, I hope. Otherwise, it's going to move spider webs from me. Because the last couple of walks I've taken, I don't like spider webs in my face. I've decided to start my snacks early because I've been up since like 4 a.m. And so yeah, that's just basically the only reason why. So I cooked my oatmeal. So I have like oats and raisins and ginger and egg whites to make it into this like thick bar thing. Can you guys see this? It's not a fairy pool. I'm calling it a fairy pool. Can you guys see this fairy pool? Look, the water is so clear. Wow. Guys. What we do know about this trail is that it was huge among the Victorians. See, that's when hiking became popular. Victorians needed a rich sport, which today is yachting. Back then, it was walking up mountains because you needed gear and fancy shoes and all sorts of random things to get up these hills. And so that's what the Victorians did. I didn't think the trail was supposed to go that way.
So we made our first turn, and I hope I made it right.
The internet says go counterclockwise, and what could go wrong if you trust the internet? BBC just launched a new podcast, so I've put that in, and we're gonna go into flow state. I'm gonna do a little time lapse for you guys so you can quickly walk as I slowly meander along this old Victorian path. There's a sheep on my trail. Hi, little dude. Want to be in the vlog? Yeah? You're very cute. Oh yes, the sheep is walking towards me. Let's see if he wants to pee in my vlog. Do you want to pee in my vlog? All of your friends pee. Don't run from me. Don't run away. Guys, this is why my vlogs are just me. Everyone runs away, even the sheep. Guys, look, a black snail. Hi, little guy. This guy has no choice other than to be in the vlog. Hi, let's pet you. Let's pet you. Hi, how are you? Here's some grass. Enjoy your breakfast. Apparently, it's time for snack number 2. We have a pear. We have a Coke because there wasn't Pepsi. And we have more oatmeal bar. Look at this view I have for snack number 2. Isn't that awesome? I love nature. Guys, I'm like a hobbit. This is breakfast number 2. And that's breakfast number 2. Dining room spot. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. Hopefully the clouds clear up. I think we're climbing up there. On the top, we will have eggs. Well, I have no idea, man. Yesterday in the store, I was like, I need boiled eggs for the top of Scafell Pike because eggs are bald. And Scafell Pike, Scafell means bald mountain, and old Viking Norse, and bald egg, bald mountain. Hey, it worked. Look at this. There's a lot of them here. Look at this cool geology, you guys. Is it coming through? It's like really bright yellow, and all the other rocks around here are kind of red. It doesn't smell like anything. Time to go finish climbing that. I'm gonna bring my power rock with me for a while. Power rock, rock the cradle of love. Rock the cradle of love, the cradle of love. Is someone just hiking with rocks? Like, I've heard of extreme mountain climbing, but bro, why would you just like put a bunch of huge rocks in these little bags and hike with them? Okay, well, someone clearly is more energetic than me, but it looks like they've had to lay down their rocks. Who's that dude, that Greek dude? Sisyphus? Who's carrying the rock? Like maybe Sisyphus is up the mountain a little bit. It's interesting. Oh, look, a snack. Who doesn't finish their snack? You guys, that is not dedication to getting your 5 a day. I don't know, but they don't deserve their after-hike reward. You must eat the apple. Why are there so many rocks? And who carries them? Like, I don't see donkey remnants out here. How do these get in the bags? Drop a comment and let me know, because I am confused. So earlier this week, when I was at the gym, I was like, oh, my butt doesn't hurt today. Maybe I didn't push hard enough on leg day. So then I did some legs again on Thursday. That was a mistake because I feel every muscle in my booty. Booty, 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 booty. Booty in your face. How much is that fish? How much is that grass? The chase is better than the catch. Oh, I think we're going over there. He is still covered, but maybe he will awaken. What a life. Eat endless snacks, not get fat, and live in the mountains. Next life. Oh, I lied. We're not going up that cloudy mountain. We're going up this cloudy mountain. Huh, who knew? There's this massive cairn. Back in the day, whenever the Victorians were walking up this, what we're hiking up today was different because the Victorians measured it wrong. See, from down below, Scafell Pike looks like it's higher than it is. They thought Scafell Pike was a shorter mountain than it is. So I think we have to go climb them both. Now it's getting windy and the clouds are getting real. You make it real. I think we've made it to the scree field. I think that's what this is. If not, we're in rocks. But it's really nicely marked. Like, we have these huge cairns to guide us up. And if you don't know anything about hiking, whenever you see a cairn like this, the boop, little sack of rocks, you should be able to see the next cairn from where you're at. So if we stand and stare at this cairn, we can see the next one straight ahead. Now, really good trails, you can see 2 or 3 ahead, but that's not always the case because sometimes the trail is really steep or there's just not enough room to put the next marker on. And I kind of like it. Like, it just reminds me of so many things in life. Don't look towards the end, just look towards the next little milestone, the next little cairn. And then once you get there, look to the next little cairn. So we're here, we can see the next cairn is right up there. There's just so many rocks. Rock, the cradle of love, the cradle of love. I feel like I'm too high. We're going down here.
Little did I know that this would only be the first of many times that I would get lost that day.
We're going up there. So I've lost the trail about 15 million times. And then my shoe fell off. I did not record that because that was quite hilarious. The trail looks like this. So then I put my shoe back on and I tied my shoelaces more because I guess you're not supposed to hike with really loose shoes. But I don't like tight things on my feet. I like my feet to breathe. Free the foot and the boob. Woo! Ow! That was my bone on the rock. That was not supposed to happen. Ouch. Ow. 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 That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That still hurts. Okay. You are not going to see any of this because I have a feeling I'll need both hands, both feet, and my shoe feet. I'm just gonna go up and not think about how high we are and not look down.
At this point, I was questioning all of my life choices. Why am I here? Why did I think this was a good idea to do alone? Why does my leg still hurt? But then I remembered I packed eggs.
Okay, we've climbed over the little scary bit.
And then I saw these 2 mountain runners who were going to run down the scary bit. I'm such a drama queen.
Guys, I see it. Look. Do you see that thingy? Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, in the clouds. We're almost there. Woo! Oh, I'm so happy. This is scary. My shoe hasn't fallen off yet. But this is what the trail looks like. This is so exciting. We're on top of the world. We're defying gravity. Ooh. There's like a bunch of people up here.
At this moment, I finally understood why the internet said this is the best route. It's not because it's easier. It's because it's the path less traveled, more beautiful, and way more chill.
We made it. We're here. Now, you didn't think I'd just climb a mountain for the heck of it, did you? No! There's epic history and lore up here. So, you can see here, this is a monument to people from the Lake District who died in World War I. See, in the early 1900s, the National Trust made it a memorial. So on top of here, we have history. That's really why we climbed up here. But where did all these people come from? Like, I've seen 7 people so far. And up here we have 70, 80? I must have done the not popular route. And this is why I talk to my camera.
Now, I don't actually know what this extra tower was here, but it was only a couple more stairs, and so I decided to climb it because everyone else was doing it, and why not?
We defied gravity. We're on top of England.
Now, it was really windy up top, and I was just looking for a place where I could sit down, eat my eggs, and then head back down. I also wanted to see a view, but you know.
Go away, cloud. Shoop, shoop, shoop. Okay, it's really windy up here, and it's kind of cold, so I'm gonna go find a little bit warmer place because I still want to eat my egg. I need my egg. Okay, let's get down out of here. We did it. Hi, little guy. Okay, let's go get warm. And then we'll go have some food.
After fueling up, I started the long journey down and ran into a lot of first-time hikers. Now listen, I think it's amazing that so many people are out there being active, doing cool stuff, but as a licensed personal trainer with over a decade in the fitness industry, let me just say this. Scafell Pike is not a good first mount. It's relatively technical, the terrain is unforgiving, and if you've never hiked before, you could end up completely lost, wildly unprepared, or accidentally pushing someone off a ridge with your hiking pole. I think it's great what you guys are all doing. I really mean it, but please don't stab me with your hiking pole or push me off the trail.
And we got cell phone signal again, so I got my podcast back. Guys, I'm happy. I'm very happy. And look at this. This is it, you guys. This is it. Look. A path.
The views on this are amazing. Like, it's cold. And I'm really glad I have this other jacket because if it gets any colder, I'm putting it on. But it's just incredible. Like, the clouds have lifted. This side is super nice because we're in this area and you can't feel the wind at all. But, like, there's just little sheeps over here eating their food. This is pretty. Look at this. Baby creek. How should we cross it?
Now at this point, it got really windy and the audio was really bad, so you get voice over me. But you can see in the distance the clouds are starting to lift, and it was so pretty going down. Like you can see here, just the top of Scafell Pike. Kind of the clouds are lifting. I don't think the clouds ever lifted that day though, because the next day it rained a bunch. So yeah, we went up on a really good day.
There's like a slack line at the bottom of this. How cool. I mean, it's very slack, so maybe the slack line, but yeah. Okay, I need 2 hands.
Now this is where the trail started to get a bit shady. I needed 2 hands to climb in some places, and I noticed that some of the cairns were knocked over and spread out throughout the trail.
Just look. How pretty. We see some other hikers up here. Oh, it looks like we have to go up. Sheep! Hi, sheep! Hi, little guy. Come up here. How cool would it be to be an introvert sheep? Just up here, like, this hillside is mine. Don't. That's me eating grass if I was a sheep. Should we try grass? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Don't think that's a good idea. Maybe we should. It's just like salad, right? It has to just be salad. Okay, we'll find some nice grass. Maybe we'll try grass today. Maybe we'll become a sheep. Maybe not. Okay. So the last hour has been very treacherous.
Turns out I spent the last hour scrambling down a 45% slope in Piersgill Ravine. The Karens, probably knocked over by some well-meaning noobs who didn't want the rocks to hurt someone else. And I wasn't the only one who got lost. At this point, I was tired, freaked out, and dreading the climb back up just to find the trail.
Not bad. Not bad. So now I have to backtrack about a kilometer. That looks terrifying, right? So we're gonna go walk up, be a little bit safer. And yeah, I guess we're not done climbing yet today. I'm so glad I brought extra snacks. What a good plan. I just hope it doesn't rain. Okay, so we're finally back on the main path, but that was like a 90-minute detour and probably the most scary hiking that I've done. Let's just say that, but a whole lot steeper and a whole lot more scary. So we're back on the trail. We're still not out of like the super tall stuff, so it's still gonna be a long time. I think, I don't know. It's probably like 3 more hours still, which is weird because like Google said it would take 6 hours. So I don't know what's up with that, but again, Google's wrong. So many things. It's a monopoly. It's getting sued for that, and it can't even get hiking time right. Oh well. Oh well. At least I brought water and snacks and everything for many hours. People keep commenting on my jacket behind me. And I'm like, well, yeah. Have you ever been stranded on Snowdon before? You too would want a jacket like this. So I don't know what the weather's gonna be doing later, but it's a little bit rainy now. And I particularly don't want it to be rainy. So yeah, we're just gonna go listen to this podcast and walk down the mountain one step at a time, and then get on a very, very, very long bus back to the train. Very, very long train. Back to my house to sleep tonight, and I will sleep well because I am tired. So I've taken another wrong turn, and oh well, I thought I took the right one. But this is cool, guys. Look, we have a first aid kit. And finally, we have a sign. To Wasdell, to Borrowdell. We're going into Borrowdell.
At this point, it had gotten really cold and rainy, and I was so happy to be walking by some water and a much more safe part of the trail. Every step I took, I knew I was one more step closer to that bus, to the train, to my bed.
Hi! How's it going? We're just having salad. To be a sheep, in the salad, you don't have to clean up. You don't have to do interviews. You can run away when people talk to you. Man, they just have the best life. Okay, my life's not that bad either. I think the sun's coming up over there, but I'm not gonna look because it's been a long day without you, my friend. Tell me all about it, 'cause I see you again. Right? Okay, so I'm totally gonna go to Britain's Got Talent. This is cute. maybe. I mean, we're not fully down yet. The bus is still another hour and a half walk away, but we're off the mountain, and maybe I'll find a nice, friendly person to drive me to the bus. That would be super cool. Here we go. We climbed all up there. Oh, cool. Come on, nice person. Mommy's feet hurt. We'll see. We'll see.
The most amazing couple said yes without hesitation when I asked for a lift to the bus stop. No judgment, no comments about me smelling like a sheep that lost a mud wrestling match. Just absolute kindness. I am so grateful. Dakuyu vam harni ludi.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your time up here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Thank you. Oh my God, that was so amazing. Yay! Guys, people from Ukraine are the best. Absolutely the best. Okay, now I've just got to figure out where the bus picks me up from. Where would the bus pick me up from? This bus stop? Bus stop! We found the bus stop. This has got to be the most exciting part of the day. Well, no, like summiting was, it was a great day. It was a great day. What did you do? Did you run into something? Oh. Poor little guy. And these dogs look like they're loving their life. Yeah. Yeah, we see sheep. Sheep in the cage. Sheep in the cage. Oh man, what a day. What a day. Maybe there's a place to like sit. That'd be dope.